fine, yeah. Okay.
That's your limit.
Right.
You've got all of this space.
Okay.
But if you want to catch your
Because their branding's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
you'd almost be better off taking it from where
the back.
skewered is on
Yeah.
the thing, so that you're getting
Yeah.
down the court.
That's what I was thinking.
But you can't be on court for that.
No, I realise that. Okay.
No, this is the limit of undertaking on the other side.
Okay, but can I stand on the concrete at the back in the corner or not?
No, not on court level.
Oh, I can be on the barriers though, on the front.
Yeah, it should be better off where you're standing.
Yeah, that's what okay, that's fine.
So if standing by her right shoulder, where you're not in front of any of the spectators,
Yeah.
you'll get a reasonable.
And can I crouch at the front if I pop? Okay. Right. Okay, gotcha. Fine. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If I pop my head up here. Right, fine. I just rest my end of the lens so it's flush with the end of the fence. That's okay. And then if I was to go get some shots from down here, could I then move it? Am I locked in?
No, you're not. First game, they don't stop. They may have a quick slur, but there's no court shot. Second time,
It's not rained yet, has it?
No, but it's
water
still
the
water
court.
the cool, isn't it?
What I'll do is maybe I'll just where she is just on the front down the floor, and then I'll just kneel sit. Maybe I'll come down here to the start now, and then on the third game. Today will be obvious when it's time to move around, because I switched up and switched up. Right, okay, fine. Oh, right, okay. Alright, so I'll do that. I'll go and dump my stuff behind me.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all? Are you well? Are you excited about a great afternoon of tennis? Yes! Because we really do have a fantastic lineup for you today, as I'm sure you well know. Before we introduce the players onto court, let's give a huge welcome to our ball girls who are from Wycombe High School for Girls. And they have been fantastic for the last 3 days. Right on it. And our line judges and our umpire from Abto, please introduce the ladies and gentlemen. And Jamie Crowson, who is our umpire today. So this is the moment when I look to big Cliff. Cliff, give him a wave. Cliff is, well, I think he's something of an unsung hero, actually, because he works incredibly hard at this tournament. So can we have a round of applause for Cliff? This is when I look to Cliff to see if the players are ready. Cliff? Oh, he's not looking. They're not yet. No. 1 minute. 1 minute. So that just gives me time to remind you that if any of you are on Twitter, you can tweet at the Boodles and send us your pictures from today. Snap away to your heart's content. I would think that you would all want to take pictures of the world #1, but when you see his opponent today, you might want to take a few pictures of him too. Obviously, it's about the standard of tennis, but he does happen to be rather handsome as well. Always helps. How are we doing, Cliff? No, can't see them yet. Gives you all time to come in and take your seats. You want to start singing? Don't make... Cliff Richard, I am not. You do not want to hear my singing. Trust me. But we do have a very special birthday, so we will be singing Happy Birthday a little later. So warm up the vocal cords for that one. Are you all fueled with Pimm's and champagne and wine? It's just about the most perfect afternoon, isn't it? And actually, I heard it was going to rain today, and this is just magnificent. I don't want to tempt Providence. I know, but look. At least we're going to see a ball hit. Right, Cliff. Someone's talking in his ear. Excellent news. Excellent. Should we go and talk to the ball girls? You're thinking, don't talk to me, don't talk to me. What's your name?
Zoe.
Zoe, and how have you been here all week?
Yeah.
And what do you make of it?
It's fun.
It's fun?
Yeah.
Hard work?
A bit, yeah.
Who has been your favourite player that you've seen this week?
I'm not sure.
Maybe the man that's about to come onto court. Yeah? Do you like Novak Ďoković?
Yeah.
Excellent news. Think you might not be alone in that one. I don't think I've seen so many people watch a warm-up ever before. There's all you lot crowded round Ďoković on the practice courts. Oh, for goodness sake. Anyone would think he's the star of the show. I'm going to go and look myself, okay? Bear with me, bear with me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the time has arrived. Quick, scramble to your seats. As soon as they're in my eye line, I shall introduce them onto court. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Yes is the answer. Please give a huge Boodles welcome for world #1, Novak Ďoković. And his opponent today, Gregor Dimitrov. This man barely needs an introduction. He is, of course, world #1, and he's seeded #1 for Wimbledon next week. He's won 6 Grand Slams, including the Aussie Open this year. He won Wimbledon, of course, in 2011. He was knocked out in the semis last year by Roger Federer and the semis of the Olympics by our very own Andy Murray. He's beaten Rafa Nadal on clay, but not yet in the French Open. He's got 2 younger brothers. Did you know that? Marco and I'm going to say Georgie. Did I say that right? Excellent, got the thumbs up. They're both on the tour as well. They're both great players coming up through the ranks. Something else you might not know, he's got a restaurant business in Serbia. That gives you a reason to go to Serbia, doesn't it? Yeah? Yes. Are they all invited? Everybody. Another thing you may not know are his philanthropic efforts. He does a huge amount for charity, particularly Serbian kids, to help them access a better education through the Novak Ѓokovиќ Foundation. He's also an ambassador for UNICEF for Serbia. And his opponent today, Grigor Dimitrov, is 22. He's from Bulgaria. He's 6'2". He's got a fan. Who was that? Go on, give her another whoop and cheer. That's better. Oh, come on. They want you to ask, who's better looking? Can we have a show of hands? Okay, let's have a cheer for Novak. And a cheer for Grigor? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's call it even. Let's call it evening. One thing that might embarrass him ever so slightly is I learnt this morning that you wanted to take a Lamborghini for a test drive. He wanted to take... But, ladies and gentlemen, the reason he couldn't, bless him, it makes me feel terribly old, is you have to be 25 or over. And at 22, he's not there yet. Couldn't get the insurance. Yeah? You'll take him for a drive. That's very good of you. Thank you, madam. Expect an absolutely terrific match today, because something you may not know is that Grigor beat Ďoković in Madrid in May and classes it as a breakthrough performance. Both fantastic players, no doubt a fantastic match. Enjoy.
Three minutes. Two minutes.
Hello to our viewers and welcome to the 2013 Boodles Challenge here at Stoke Park, and we've got a real mouth-watering lineup here today in the Boodles tournament. Kicking things off, just going through their final paces on the serve before the start of their match, is world number one Novak Ѓoковić of Serbia, six-time Grand Slam champion, against Grigor Dimitrov, the rising star from Bulgaria, aged only 22, and he really has been causing one or two ripples this year in the men's game, the young Bulgarian player. And we'll get a real opportunity here today to see what he's made of against the world's best. Following these two, we've got another singles game, another star game in store later on with Marin Cilic of Croatia, the 2012 Queen's Club champion, going up against Janko Tipsarevic, the world number 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match will be played over the best of three sets. First two tie break,
so this is
and if required at one set all, a 10-point match tie break.
These two players to get
Novak Ďoković won the toss, chose to serve.
Make the journey to SW19 for the third Grand Slam of the year, Wimbledon, which of course starts on Monday.
Time.
And both players will be looking to fine-tune their games ahead of that test. Both of these guys very comfortable on this surface. Novak, of course, the 2011 Wimbledon champion, beating Nadal in that epic four-set final.
Thank you. First set.
And Dimitrov as well.
Novak Ďoković to serve. Ready.
Also no slouch on this surface. On this surface, and it's Ďoković to kick things off here. Good opening exchange there. Both players getting their forehands in play, but Dimitrov coughing up the error up the line. Ďokovic's first thrower into the net there. Tidy approach shot and an easy volley into the open court. Already we're beginning to see the vast array of shots Ďoković possesses in his arsenal. That was a fine two-hander up the line there from the Serb.
Game, Ďoković.
Very
first game.
service hold there for Ďoković. Just what he would have wanted. This is his first match on grass of 2013. Much like his preparation for Wimbledon the year he won it in 2011. He only had one match there also against Gilles Simon at this tournament, and he polished Simon off in 47 minutes, winning 6-2, 6-2. So Dimitrov will be looking to make this one a little bit more competitive.
Grigor Dimitrov to serve.
A fine second serve from Dimitrov. Got a slightly short reply from the serve,
15.
and well, number 31 showing his powerful forehand there into the open court for his first point. And again, a sweetly timed forehand there from the Bulgarian.
30 love.
This Dimitrov's second appearance at Boodles. He slightly rushed on that forehand there, Dimitrov, and he was unable to steer that one into court. First point there against the serve.
Net, first serve.
He was slightly fortunate there, the Bulgarian, to get away with that one. It was a
40,
slightly
50.
clumsy drop shot, and Ѓokovиќ would have been disappointed he didn't put that forehand into court there. And Dimitrov, a slight escape, and he's now 40-15 to the good.
Game, Dimitrov.
Another errant forehand from the world number one gives Dimitrov his first game, and
One game
this
more.
is an exhibition tournament. Make no mistake, both players will want to win this match and prove their credentials ahead of Wimbledon, and that will settle Dimitrov's nerves there with his first game. There was a miss-hit forehand from
Love 50.
Ďokovиć. That shot hasn't quite fired in these opening stages.
$15.
The first 8 of the contest recorded by Novak Ďokovиć there.
Net, first serve.
Well, it was quite a nice
30,
forehand
50.
sliced approach shot from Ďoković, but nonetheless, Dimitrov would have been disappointed with his response here on the backhand side. He regards the backhand up the line as his best shot. Perhaps he should have ripped that one up the line. As he tried to do there, but that one was a little bit more tricky, didn't quite have the time on the ball. It was
40,
a good
50.
approach shot from Ďoković, and he's given himself breathing space here at 40-15.
Game, Ďoković.
Touch drop shot from Ďoković cross court, and he
Ďoković leads
records
2
his
games to 1.
second service game to lead 2-1. We're on serve here in the first game at Boodles. Novak really likes coming to Stoke Park here in Buckinghamshire. He was very complimentary of the tournament during the prelude to the event, commenting that the standard of play, coupled with the almost relaxed atmosphere of the venue, makes it the ideal preparation for Wimbledon. This man, of course, one of the big favourites for the All England Club title later this month, alongside, you would have thought, Rafael Nadal and Andy Murray at the head of the field. And Dimitrov himself is one of those dangerous floaters that can't be ignored at the All England Club.
Take your seats, please, as quickly as possible.
Doing
Thank
well
you.
for Wimbledon. It's quite a unique tournament. The grass, only a month in the calendar do they play on that particular surface. And Dimitrov has shown in the past that he's perfectly capable of mixing it on the green stuff. Good rally there, both players demonstrating their
Love 15.
repertoire of strokes, but it was in the end Dimitrov who coughed up the error, and it's love 15. That's a superb backhand from Dimitrov. Really whipped it cross court, good angle, and left
15-0.
Ѓoковiќ with no chance to retrieve this one here. Take another look. Great technique, hitting over the ball, imparting plenty of topspin. So the ball dipped down into court, and it's 15-all. And that's a stunning forehand from the serve. He really punched that one cross court on the run. And that is something that really separates Ѓokoviќ from the rest of the field, his ability to change direction with those ground strokes. We saw him switch from up the line to cross court there. A nice touch from Dimitrov at the net. Good forehand volley. Needed that point, Dimitrov. 30-all, he's still in a little bit of danger. Needs to find a big serve here, the Bulgarian. Ďoković has a second serve to look at. What a good second serve that was, though, from Dimitrov. He really took a risk there and accelerated it into Ďokovic's forehand side, who might have been caught a tad unawares there, the Serb. Forked out an error into the net. That's a superb forehand up the line from Novak Ďoković. If you notice, the ball slightly died on the serve here.
Juice.
And he had to readjust his feet and almost reach for that with the forehand, with the great acceleration into that ball. And he's forced the juice. Another lovely flick on the backhand side from Dimitrov, really demonstrating his superb hand skills.
Advantage, there. Dimitrov. Juice.
It's another error from the Bulgarian, and Ďoković has forced a second juice, already putting pressure on the 22-year-old service. Now that's typical Ďoković. This is really what has been the signature of this man's rise to prominence in the game of tennis. It was a backhand return that caught the baseline, and then he crunched the fourth ball here, an inside-out backhand almost, catching Dimitrov off balance, and it's break point here for Ďoković, the first of the match. excellent serve from Dimitrov that gets him out of trouble. He really needed that big delivery. There, the world number 31. Extraordinary point. Two tremendous shots back to back. It was actually a very tidy volley from Dimitrov. Very low.
Advantage, Ѓokovиќ.
Definitely placed that into the forecourt here. But Ѓokovиќ himself demonstrating superb touch. Dinking that backhand cross court for the winner. And he's got himself a second break point. But once again, Dimitrov goes to that serve out wide. And it yields the same result. Break point saved. Good play there from Dimitrov. Good serve up the tee, forcing forehand into the corner. But the short reply from Ѓokovиќ, he was waiting at the net to pounce with that smash.
Advantage, Dimitrov.
Good entertainment going on, intonation between the players and the crowd. It's the beautiful thing about this event. Players, although they try to win, they don't take it too seriously, and they have plenty of banter with the crowd. Oh, what a beautiful back heel there from Gregor Dimitrov. The crowd really enjoying this one.
Juice.
Error there on the forehand side from Dimitrov. And this is a test of the man's resolve here. He's being asked a few questions from the serve. Wow, that is an exquisite drop shot from Ѓokovиќ. It was actually a very good defensive slice on the run from Dimitrov.
Advantage, Ѓokovиќ.
And Ďokovиć ran it down and expertly dinked the ball into the forecourt. Dimitrov nowhere, and he's now got to try and save himself a third break point. I wonder, will he go out wide again with the serve, or will he mix it up? He's mixed it up down the tee. Although Ďokovиć read that serve and got himself well acquainted in the rally, he ultimately didn't have enough on that forehand, and it was an unforced error, and it's now juice. That's Dimitrov's best serve of the day there, and it's his first ace. He's starting to find his rhythm on that particular shot.
Advantage, Dimitrov. Good second serve from Dimitrov. He was very unlucky there. Caught Ďokovиć by surprise, but Ďokovic's forehand caught the top of the net and it was a dead shot. No chance for Dimitrov there. Good play from Dimitrov. Advantage,
Solid
Dimitrov.
forehand up the line, and Ďokovиć wasn't able to retrieve with the backhand on the run. Can he close out the game this time?
Game, Dimitrov.
Yes, he can. Both players really embracing the humour of this occasion.
2 games all.
but one feels that this contest is now well and truly underway now. Both players have flexed their muscles, shown what shots they've got in their locker, and are fully settled into this encounter. It's 2-all. It's a sharp return from
Low 50.
Dimitrov there. Rushed Ѓokovиć, who wasn't able to get himself in the right position on that backhand. Eventually that ball going long. Once again, Ѓokovиć, the beneficiary of a slightly fortunate net cord. Threw Dimitrov off his rhythm a bit.
30-15. Wait, please. $40-50.
Good serve out wide there from the Serb. It is definitely one of the most improved shots in his arsenal.
Game, Ďokovиć.
And there again, it earns him another cheap point. And he holds the 3-2.
Ďokovиć leads 3 games
yes,
to 2.
The Ďoković serve has undergone a fair amount of inconsistencies over the years. It started out as a real strength for him in the early part of his career. Obviously triumphed in the 2008 Australian Open, earning a lot of cheap points, but as his form dipped during the latter part of 2009 and through the first half of 2010, the serve was the shot that really noticeably went off. His racket head delivery through the service motion was all wrong, out of sync, and it really affected the serve. But since the US Open 2010, where he saved those 2 match points against Federer in that semi-final, it seemed to rekindle something in the game of the Serbian #1, who since that day has been a different man entirely, and the serve has been the shot that has really characterised that resurgence. He carried on serving aces, and it really underpinned his rise in 2011, and obviously the serve hasn't looked back since. That's a stunning backhand on the run there from Dimitrov. Really showing his excellent hand skills once again on that side.
15 love.
It's just a flick, really. Brilliant rally. Both players testing out each other. Forehand, backhand, slice, topspin. It was all on show in that point. Ďokovиć drew his opponent in with the short backhand slice cross court. And Dimitrov then put up a nice high ball, which Ďoković put away with the backhand. 15-all. Tight call there. Backhand cross court. slightly wide from Ѓokovиć. Take another look at that previous rally there. It was something else, and Dimitrov very nearly getting that one back with the backhand behind his back there.
30-50. How about you? I didn't see it.
Very good defence once again from Dimitrov. And that was really a facet of Dimitrov's game that so impressed me over the clay court stretch. He played Nadal in the quarter-finals, I believe, of the Monte Carlo Masters, and he really tested out Rafa Nadal, and it was the defence in particular that won him a set in that match, as we just saw a beautiful passing shot from Ѓokovиć.
40-30.
Excellent court craft, especially on those defensive slices on the backhand side.
Game, Dimitrov.
Dimitrov holds his serve there, and of course during that clay court run, Dimitrov actually went on to beat the player he's playing with today, Novak Ďoković, in Madrid in 3 sets. Ďokovиć was able to get his revenge at the French Open. 2-2 and 3 actually, straight sets thumping he really dished out to Dimitrov. And that was Ďokovic's 500th ATP win. So these two have shared in some memorable moments already this calendar year. Ďokovиć leading their overall head-to-head 3 games to 1.
30.
Another ace from Ďokovиć. His second of the contest. And that's an excellent smash from the serve. And that is one area of his game that is not world class. In contrast to all his other strokes, the smash still remains somewhat suspect.
Game, Ďokovиć, ball change, please.
Comfortable hold after Ďokovиć, who keeps his serve going for 4-3. And that smash was
Ďokovиć
really
leads 4 games to 3
in the semi-finals of the French Open against Rafael Nadal. The Serb led Nadal 4-2 in that 5th set. But partly down to Nadal's sheer determination, fitness, phenomenal defence, he really tested the Serb out, and the Serb was found wanting on a number of smashes on big points. When the pressure really mounts, it's that one shot that is a weakness in the game for world number 1. This is Ďokovic's first match on the grass, as we've mentioned. His opponent, Dimitrov, played at Queen's. He made the second round there, beat Dudi Seller of Israel in the first round before losing to Leighton Hewitt in the second. And in fact, Dimitrov didn't look at the races at Queen's, to be honest. He didn't look comfortable moving on the grass and made a number of errors, and his lack of court awareness cost him against the wily experience of Leighton Hewitt. So this warm-up game and this tournament, not just a stroll in the park for him. He'll be looking to find his feet again on grass, because he has got a good record on this surface. He made the semi-finals of Queen's in 2011, and he 3 times has made the second round at the All England Club. But he's under pressure here on serve.
Love 30.
It's love 30. Good 1-2 punch there with the serve and the forehand. And he was well equipped
15-30.
to put Ѓokovиќ under pressure with the smash. 15-30. Slight mix-up there from the Bulgarian on that serve. He took a bit of pace off it, kicked it out wide, and the change-up worked because Ѓokovиќ was through the shot a little early there, and it backhand sailed long. Another good serve, this time quicker up the tee. Good variation from Dimitrov.
40-30.
Of course, the serve is so much more than just power. You need often variation in both speed, direction, spin. So your opponent doesn't develop a rhythm on the return.
Dimitrov.
That's another error from Ďokovиć, and Dimitrov did extremely well to hold from love 30 there.
4 games all.
And this first set is shaping up quite nicely now. Good enough there with the backhand volley, Ďokovиć.
15 love. Love.
Good serve out wide. Ďokovиć for his third ace.
Love.
They're on return serve for the Serb, and he's getting through his service games with a few degrees more comfort than his younger opponent thus far. First double fault of the match coming from Ďoković. Suppose if there is a time to serve a double fault, it would be when you're 40 love to the good. Mistimed forehand
40-30
from Ďoković. That serve missed by some considerable margin. Once again, a Ďoković error. His feet didn't quite look in the position there to play that forehand. He was reaching for the ball somewhat. Good second serve though from Ďoković.
Advantage Ďoković.
Stops the rot of 3 points against him. First serve seems to have deserted him, however, for the time being.
Ďoković.
Got away with that, Ďoković. It was quite a casual approach shot on the forehand side. And Dimitrov, in all honesty, should have passed the serve.
Ďoković leads 5 games to 4.
The court was gaping, but he netted the backhand. And in that game, we saw a few indicators of why the widely held view is that the most difficult adjustment to make is from clay to grass. As Ďoković looked a little bit out of sorts in some of those rallies, particularly on the forehand side, reaching for a few balls and not fully in position. It is a vastly different surface from clay. The grass, you've got to almost float over the surface and economy of movement, whereas the clay, more powerful, you can slide on a clay court. Two totally different surfaces. Of course, British #1 Andy Murray has had more time than most to make that adjustment from clay to grass, having missed the French Open through a back injury. And didn't he just demonstrate that extra 2 weeks practicing on the grass did for him when winning that Queen's Club title on Sunday? Dimitrov starting to stay in the set after a little bit of a joke exchange between the players and the crowd. Not quite sure what that one's about, but all concerned seem pretty amused here. Oh, now how good was that from the serve? Backhand up the line.
Love it.
Rifled. Winner from the Serbinator. Let's have another look at this one. Off the net court. See you later. That was something else from Ѓokovиć. Question Dimitrov again now. Wasn't the greatest of drop shots from Ѓokovиć. He should have done more with this backhand.
Love 30.
Played it straight back to the Serbian, and it's love 30. Can Dimitrov dig himself out of a hole here?
$15-30.
Good from Dimitrov. It was the forehand prior to the winner that was the impressive one, right onto Ďokovic's baseline there. And it yielded that short reply, and Dimitrov was perfectly capable of stepping in and brushing off the loose change. It's 30 all. Biggest point of the match so far coming up right here. And Dimitrov was alert to the danger there. Good approach. And he ghosted into the net and polished off what was a pretty handy volley there at the net. And once again, he's recovered from love 30. Can he complete the deal in this game? Yes, he can.
Dimitrov.
An error from the Ďokovиć forehand, and Dimitrov showing good resolve to fight back in that game, and
5
it's
games
now
all.
5 all.
Oh my God.
15 left.
Forehand error from Ďokovиć, and Dimitrov has a foothold here in a Ďokovиć service game. Now he's got a second serve to look at. Will he attack it? He tried to, in all fairness to him, but it was a good kicked serve from Ďokovиć up the tee. And Dimitrov couldn't quite get over it with his single-handed backhand.
30.
That's Ďoković's second double fault. And unlike last time, when he served it at 40 love, that was a rather perilous time to serve one here. 30 all. And Dimitrov just doing enough in that rally to make it a little awkward. And he's manufactured himself his first break point of this match. Once again, we'll have a second delivery to eye up. Wow.
Dimitrov.
Shot of the match so far. Ďoković trying something he hadn't up to this point. The serve volley. His volley was good into the open court, but Dimitrov on the run with a whipping forehand up the line. And he's stolen the first break.
Dimitrov leads 6 games to 5.
6-5 to the Bulgarian. Let's have another look at that shot. On the run. Ďoković standing and admiring that one. And it was a nice moment there where the two players did a high five just before that change of ends. Clearly this game being played in a very good spirit. Ďoković up and ready now for this next change of ends as we just take a look at the supporters here at the Stoke Park, the main arena. Quite an intimate setting here at Stoke Park. It hosts 1,500 people on the main stadium court, and no person is more than 8 meters away from the action. So it is a very tight setting. Crowd very much on top of the players, and it is a really intimate atmosphere. It's another stunning shot that Dimitrov has just pulled off there. That's a touch volley of the highest class from the Bulgarian.
15.
Let's take another look. Comes in here, not a great approach. God, the amount of cut he got on that. Phil Mickelson lob wedge, that one.
And he's
30 love to the good here in this game. Ďokovic's turn to come up with the good touch at the net. This was a very nice half volley.
30-15.
Good angle. Very tight to the net. And he's kept himself in this set.
$40-50.
The backhand was close, but once again he just missed his mark. And Dimitrov has 2 set points here to take a 1-set-to-love lead. And he does so at the first set. Time of asking.
Dimitrov.
The Ďoković slice just drifted wide, and the Bulgarian has taken the first set here in the show court.
7 games to 5.
Ďoković can consider himself slightly unfortunate in the sense he created more breakpoint chances, but ultimately Dimitrov showed good character to hold serve in difficult circumstances, and when his opportunity came along, he was more than ready to capitalise. That indeed is the decisive factor that splits these two, those breakpoints converted. Ďoković 0 for 2, Dimitrov 1 for 1. And in fact, when these two players played in Madrid, that was the difference between the two. Dimitrov played the big points better.
a little bit excited as Ďoković changes his t-shirt there. But just looking through the stats in Madrid, Dimitrov converted 4 of 11 break points as opposed to Ďokovic's 2 from 12. So quite clearly a better percentage for Dimitrov in that match, and he definitely played the big points well there, Dimitrov. That's a quality that is vitally important if he's to make further strides up the ladder in the men's game. Playing the big points and big moments in the slams is what really separates the great players from the good players. Ďoković just enjoying himself with a few of the fans here at Buдлс, taking pictures of the Serb in his new t-shirt. And he really is one of the entertainers in this sport, the Serbinator. There's absolutely no doubt about that. He's got a lovely charm and sense of humour on him, and he really does light up any venue that he plays in. Right, new set.
Second set.
New shirt for the new set for Ďoković. Will it be a different outcome for him this one? We'll be hoping so.
Ďoković to set.
Neat start from Ďoković. Coming to the net and
15
converting on that forehand volley. Good second serve from the Serb there. Good placement in that forehand corner, and Dimitrov wasn't able to return it. Once again, it was good placement on the Ďoković serve, but this time Dimitrov got it back, but a deep slice from Ďoković was good enough to yield the error from his opponent.
Game, Ďoković.
Love service game is exactly what Ďoković needed there to resettle himself in this match.
First game, second set.
Just see the replay from that shot. Dimitrov really trying something a little bit ambitious on that forehand. Of course, in an exhibition event such as this, it does give you the license to try new things. But it was unsuccessful on that occasion for Dimitrov. He now serves at love 1. Huge forehand from Ďoković, cross court, really exploded into that one. I wonder now, are we seeing renewed determination in the serve after losing that first set? Let's have another look at this forehand. It was short from Dimitrov and he got the full punishment.
What is this? No, I want to hear from him. Sorry, buddy. Very long, bro. Huh? Overall. Okay, so first serve?
Second set.
Dimitrov questioning whether that serve was out or in. That serve was certainly in though. And we're in at a rate of knots.
Djokovic wasn't able to cope with it.
15-all. Anything's allowed. It's okay. Whatever serve you want.
The umpire getting involved with the players here. It's a great camaraderie out there on the court. Good forehand from Dimitrov. Up the line. Change of direction.
30-50.
Ѓokovиќ wasn't able to make the adjustment and the backhand went wide. Oh, a little bit of exhibition stuff there from these two. Dimitrov letting the lob drift over his head before returning it in swashbuckling fashion.
40-50.
And he now, let's have another look at this. Seems to lose sight of it, and then a backhand overhead. It's quite something. The crowd really being treated to some special tennis out here. Decent enough
Game, Dimitrov.
forehand drop volley from the Bulgarian, and he chalks off the second game here. 1-all. Quite a weak return from Dimitrov.
15.
The second serve. Class volley from Ѓokovиќ. Those are never easy when they come low. Got a
30.
great height. And he did that very nicely there. Just a deft touch into the forehand side. Well, Ďokovиć can count his lucky stars. That was a fault because that return came back at a rip-roaring rate from the forehand of Dimitrov.
$40.
Communication's broken down between him and the players here.
But I thought that the serve was on the line. I thought he was giving it to you, actually. No, I gave it to him because the return was on his hand. Okay. How are we going to name the show? Players and umpire.
30-50.
And in fact, that forehand from Dimitrov has been conceded by Ďokovиć, and it is 30-15. Sloppy shot from Ďokovиć. Should have put that one away. It was a high ball.
30-all.
Not a difficult volley. And he couldn't beat the net. Perhaps he was slightly put off by the scampering cross-court of Dimitrov, who showed good determination to try and track a potential volley down, but Ďokovиć didn't oblige with the volley, and it's 30-all. Better volley this time from Ďokovиć. Just killed the speed there. Another short volley. It's 40-30.
40-30. Game, Ďokovиć.
And Ďokovиć holds with a good solid serve out wide. And he
Ďokovиć leads 2 games to 1.
2-1 lead. The venue the players play it as quite a luxurious complex here at Buдлс. There's a 18-hole golf course, 5-star hotel, 3 restaurants as well on site, and there's also quite a bit of film history attached to the event. As we just see Dimitrov entertain the fans, it's his turn to rip off the t-shirt. And members of the crowd whipping out their iPads, iPhones, cameras, particularly the female contingent here at Stoke Park. And they're taking a few pictures of Grigor Dimitrov. No, as I was saying, Stoke Park has quite a film history. James Bond's Goldfinger was shot here in 1964, famous scene on the 18th hole. As was Bridget Jones's Diary was another film that was partly filmed here at Stoke Park, as was Layer Cake, film featuring Daniel Craig, along with films Rock and Roller, Tomorrow Never Dies, Dead of Night, Wimbledon, and Bride and Prejudice. So it is a very star-studded history attached to this particular venue.
Love 15.
Is starting to take more of an exhibition style course here. Players looking to extend the rallies.
15-0.
Play the volleyed outrageous shots there. What disguise there from Ďoković as he rushed in to collect that short ball. It looked as if he was going to
15-30.
create a forehand long, but he just touched it over the net. Have another look here. Just changed his mind at the last moment, and Dimitrov was caught cold.
It looks bad.
Oh, Ďokovиć ghosted in, but he missed with the forehands, with the overhead smash.
30-0.
We were referring to that shot earlier as a potential weakness.
$30-40.
Nevertheless, Ďoković has created for himself here a third break point opportunity. He missed his first 2 in the opening set. Can he take it? Will it be third time lucky here for well number 1? Yes, it will.
Ďoković.
This time it's an error
Ball change, please.
from
New
the
balls.
forehand of Grigor Dimitrov. And
Ďoković
now
leads 3 games to 1.
has the lead in this second set. You can't say that break of serve hasn't been coming. Most service games, Dimitrov's been put under pressure by the serve. And finally there, his resistance was broken. Both wide and long.
No, it was the wrong box.
Apologising to Dimitrov there. Ooh. poor return
15.
from Dimitrov, really. Not much on that second serve and failed to get the slice back. Tried something a little bit outlandish there on the forehand. Dimitrov took a wild swipe at that one, but landed wide. Dimitrov, he's up on the chair. What's going on here? Oh no! Ďokovиć just left him stranded. He wasn't obliging with the exhibition style point there, Ďokovиć.
Sorry, smash is my weaker side, so I just don't want to.
And you hear Ďoković there
40.
affirming that the smash is his weaker shot, and it's quite interesting. He elected to play the smash
Okay,
rather
Ďokovиć.
than continue the rally. Well, and he holds his serve there, 4-1.
Ďokovиć leads 4-1.
Now that is interesting from Ďoković. There, he's saying the smash is his weaker side. He has got a slight history as well of missing smashes in big matches. Those ones in the French Open weren't a new thing. Of course, in the 2008 Olympic semi-final, you'll recall, against Rafa Nadal in Beijing, match point down, Ďoković put an overhead smash wide. But of course we're really picking holes in what is a pretty foolproof game that Ďoković has. The man's rise over the past 2 years has been nothing short of phenomenal. As we were saying, 6 Grand Slam titles to his name. As we just see that smash that he put away. Those 6 Grand Slams to Ďokovic's name, 4 Australian Opens. First man in the Open era to win 3 Australian Open titles in a row. Of course, 2011, 2012 and 2013. And he's also won at the grass at Wimbledon and in the US Open. This time, Dimitrov, beneficiary of a bit of luck off the net.
15-0.
Threw Ďoković off there with the forecourt play.
$15-30.
And Dimitrov's just got a little bit ill-disciplined out here with the stroke play. It's one thing being able to laugh and joke, but if it's to the detriment of your game, then
30.
it's better to rein it in a little bit.
You understand? I do.
Once again, he's way off there with the back.
30-40.
And he faces another break point here. Real thunderbolt of a forehand up the line from Novak Ďoković. And he collects his second break and a little bit of a jig for the crowd here.
Ďokovиć leads 5-1.
Ďoković extends his lead to 5-1 in this second set. And he'll now serve for it.
Sorry? All good? All right?
Net, first serve. Net, first serve.
Third one is my point, right?
Another let there. Third time lucky here.
Net.
Oh, he's had a third let. Now what's happening here?
15 love.
Third net in a row, and Ѓokovиќ has been awarded the point there. Now that's the first time I've ever seen that.
If I try that a million times more, I would make.
It's quite incredible.
Out.
Ďokovиć taking a liberty there, not letting the ball bounce, but it is an exhibition, and it's 30 love.
Net. Serve.
One more time. One for you. Okay, one more time, game for you. Let me see if I can make it.
Net.
He's done another let!
Game.
This is quite
Dimitrov.
phenomenal. Now, was the agreement that Ďoković did a let, he'd be awarded the game? Well, that is quite incredible. I mean, question of sport, what happened next? I
Ďoković
think they
leads
should take a look at that
5-6.
last game there. No, correction, I think Ďoković said if I serve another let, I'll give you the game, Grigor. And in fact, that is what's happened. Grigor Dimitrov, in the most unconventional of circumstances, has taken the second game of this set. But just coming back to the discussion there of Ďoković and his rise since 2011, it really has been meteoric. Of course, no one will ever forget his incredible 2011 where he recorded 3 Grand Slams. He beat Nadal in 6 finals, including the Wimbledon and US Open Grand Slams. And his rivalry with Rafael Nadal has really elevated this sport into stratospheric spheres over the past couple of years. His matches with the world number 5 Nadal have just turned into unmissable events, and the French Open semi-final just 2 or 3 weeks ago was certainly one in that list. Dimitrov talking up a couple of points quickly.
30 love.
And really Ďokovic's surge to the top of the rankings has heightened discussion of the best player ever. Often this debate gets bandied about in pubs and living rooms across the country.
40
but
love.
it really is an interesting argument, and I for one fully believe that Federer, Nadal and Ďoković would all be in that argument in a very big way. That was an awesome return of serve there from Ďoković.
40-15. $40-30.
Ďoković just takes a couple of points here in quick succession. And he's extended this game into juice.
Juice.
Dimitrov will have to refocus here on this next serve. And of course, when discussions come on to the... we just see Ďoković net that backhand advantage Dimitrov. When discussions turn to the question of the best player ever, and these 3 that currently play are talked about, Andy Murray has to try and find a way to force his way into the reckoning, and of course it makes his achievement at the US Open last year all the more admirable.
Game. Dimitrov.
Certainly tipped off the grass, and Dimitrov holds to 5-3.
Ďoković leads 5-3.
Very nice touch from Ѓokovиќ at the net. 15 love as he attempts to serve for the set for the second time. Forehand netted from Dimitrov.
Out. 30-50.
This time Ѓokovиќ with the forehand error.
Very,
very well placed serve from Ѓokoviќ, right onto that service line. Good depth to the serve, and he's created for himself 2 set points here to take us into a champions tiebreak. First one's been saved from Dimitrov. It was a very good forehand return from the Bulgarian. There's another good return from Dimitrov, and he created himself an opportunity in that rally. Pulled the trigger on the forehand up the line, but it just sailed long. And Ѓokoviќ has taken the second set 6-3. And we now have ourselves a 10-point champions tiebreak to decide this exhibition match here at Boodles. Now, for those of you slightly unaware of the 10-point tiebreak system, it works much the same as a conventional 7-point tiebreak, but it is, of course, first to 10 points, so players change ends as per usual after 6 points. The first point of the tiebreak will be served by Dimitrov, and then after that it will be 2 serves each from then on. 10-point tiebreak system often used in exhibition matches or junior matches, sometimes occasionally in mixed doubles events as well. Just can be a way of speeding up the schedule somewhat, especially in friendlier tournaments such as these. The crowd enjoying a glass of Pimm's or champagne.
Final set, match tiebreak,
and
first to 10 points. Dimitrov to serve.
Tennis that they're feasting their eyes upon here. And it will be Grigor Dimitrov to kick things off in this champions tiebreak.
No.
1-0 Dimitrov.
And Ďoković is usually dependable backhand up the line, slightly misfiring there, giving Dimitrov an early hold of serve. Good serve there from Ďoković. Down the tee. Fine drop shot from Ďoković, and one gets the impression that the joking around and
2-1 Ďoković.
what we witnessed in the second set is fully a thing of the past now. Both players want to win this match, and this tiebreak is going to be taken very seriously, you would think. Wow, that is a sensational backhand from Dimitrov, because it was a high-class return of serve from Ďoković. On the rise, short angle, look at it, hit the line, but Dimitrov, again with that flick of the wrist, with that backhand side. And that really was something special from the Bulgarian. What was I saying about the joking being a thing of the past? was a
3-2
errant
Dimitrov.
return from Ѓokovиќ. He'll be disappointed with that. He was on his racket. He had a feel for the ball, but his return didn't beat the net. Every point going with serve so far.
3-0.
The players will turn ends, change ends here. Again. Oh, the backhand flick from Dimitrov presented him a glorious opportunity to close the point. It presented, let's have a look there.
4-3.
Got a high
Ďokovиć.
response from Ďokovиć, but he was just a bit too cute on that attempted forehand drop shot. A 7th point goes with serve. And that's a timely ace for Dimitrov. By my count, that's the second of the contest.
4-all.
And it keeps this tie-break very much on a knife edge. Now, the first point against the serve in this tie-break
5-4
goes to
Ďoković.
Novak Ďokovиć, and he just outlasted his younger opponent there in that forehand-to-forehand exchange. Although the break has
5-all.
immediately been surrendered once again now, and we're back on serve in this tiebreak at 5-all.
Six 5 Ďokovиć.
Dimitrov couldn't quite convert that backhand pass. He was on the run, it was difficult. As Novak just said there, things getting a little bit more tense. It was a very wild serve from Dimitrov. Almost missed the baseline. Another very sweetly done forehand short volley. That's been the volley that's been most impressive from Ďoković in this match.
7-5
He's
Ďoković.
kind of steered volley cross court on the forehand side that he just almost deadens the racket and takes all pace out of the ball, creates the angle, and Dimitrov unable to retrieve there again. All of a sudden, slight daylight in the score. Ďoković leads 5-7 here. It's a big point now. Ďoković goes long with the forehand.
7-6
And Dimitrov
Ďoković.
hanging on. Good serve from Ďoković out wide.
8-6 Ďoković.
And Dimitrov didn't quite have sufficient strength behind that backhand to steer it into court. 8-6 Ďoković.
Net first.
See a few of those today. It's mesmerising stuff here at Boodles. How do you describe a rally like that? So many good shots involved, and then it turned into an exhibition of the highest quality. Ѓokovиќ running Dimitrov hither and thither. I feel dizzy just watching. Don't know about Grigor Dimitrov.
9-6.
Right to left, front to back. Poor old Grigor Dimitrov, and now he has to face 3 match points as if that wasn't enough. I think the players need a bit of a breather after that one. Dimitrov playing the joker, gives his racket to the ball girl. I think, is she going to have a rally with Novak? No, Novak! Novak's doing his ball girl impersonation there. The crowd are really enjoying this. I've got to say, Dimitrov looks a little bit more apart as the ball boy compared to Novak. Throwing his hands up. And the ball girls are really enjoying themselves here. What a moment for these girls. Gonna have a rally. Are they gonna have another one, or? No, I think the lads are gonna take the racket. I think the crowd is starting to enjoy that between the ball girls, but unfortunately it's been cut short. What a moment for those two though. Now Dimitrov has to save 3 match points
9-6.
back to back. Gotta say, I've really enjoyed commentating on this match. It's been very entertaining indeed, and I think the crowd have too. That is it. The match ends
5-7,
in controversial,
6-3,
in
10-6.
unusual circumstances, but Novak Ďoković registers the win here at the Boodles against a spirited opponent, Grigor Dimitrov. But he lost the first set, 7-5. Ďoković clawed back to win the second 6-3.
You lot, I
And
can't
then
believe
the
it.
third set was
How
won
could you
in a
encourage
champions
such
tiebreak,
behaviour?
10-6. I
I'd
think we're
like
going
to
to
just
get some
actually,
interviews
can
here with
we
all
encourage you
parties.
two together? You like each other, don't you? Yes, yes, we can. There's a very special lady here today called Selena Marsden. Where's Selena? Selena's birthday today, and I've just had a written request for her 40th birthday. Could you possibly conduct this interview with your top off? Both of you. Selena, look, you put me in a really awkward position here. How could you do that? They just wondered. What do you think? I'm so embarrassed. Right.
How about we give her a shirt for her birthday?
That's
What's it?
Selena Marsden. Selena, jump over. Just jump over. Come on, Selena. Come on, Selena. This is your moment, baby. Milk it. Happy birthday, Selena. Thank you. Excellent. That's just about the best birthday present ever, isn't it? Lovely day, thank you. Good stuff. Round of applause for Selena. It's always great having you here. I was going to ask you to do your Maria Sharapova impression, but I kind of think you might get in a bit of trouble for that from a certain person.
You're exactly right. Well, I haven't done the imitation of Maria Sharapova for a long time, but I'm sure that Grigor, right here, can do it better nowadays than I have been doing, you know, last few years, but maybe you should ask him.
Well, I would quite like to see a sort of comparison from the man who does it so well to the man who now knows her so well. So perhaps if we could just have you next to each other.
It just does not sound very right, what you just said, you know? But we agree.
Okay, so just a quick little Sharapova impression from both of you. Come on, come on. Let's get some clapping going. Yes, yes. Would you like the microphone for the impression? Or was it better without grunting?
I'll do the preparation.
I do the walking.
Okay. I'll do the serve.
I think he does need a towel after all that effort. Guys, thank you so much. You've been absolutely terrific sports. On a serious note, how are you feeling ahead of Wimbledon?
Very good.
Clearly. Wonderful. Thank you both so very much. And everyone's enjoyed having you here. I was just chatting to a guy outside who said in the 12 years he's been coming to Boodles, that is the very best match he's ever seen. I think you'll all agree. Grigor, Dimitrov and Nolé, Ѓоковиќ. I think after all that excitement, you probably need a quick break, pop to the loo, grab our pins, and we'll be back very shortly for the next match. Right. I'm going to insist that you put those umbrellas away. Yes. Positive thinking. When the brollies are down, the rain goes. I tell you what, with all the technology and apps, things in the world to tell what the weather's going to do, just stick your hand out. What do you reckon? It's not raining, is it? Let's be positive. Because the players are ready to play. So if you're ready to watch some tennis, we'll bring them out. What do you reckon, Cliff? Thumbs up from Cliff is good enough for me. That was a hard act to follow, though, wasn't it, after that match? It's fantastic. So let's see if we can see the players. We're a bit short on an audience, but they'll come back in their dribs and drabs. I'm glad to see the hardcore fans are still there. Good on you. So we've had a slight change for the player this afternoon, because you'll have seen from your order of play that Tipsarevic was going to